Jesus. And in the biblical time, the lepers are to be ringing bells as they walk by. You use a bell, you keep ringing the bell, I'm a leper. I'm a leper. I'm a leper. So that people will move away. Because leprosy is a very dreadful disease. When people are suffering from leprosy, they are isolated from the rest of the community. There is a place where they stay, where they call the leper colony, where all the lepers settle. And for anybody to go there, you only go there either to stay on a distance and talk to your relatives. Because to get leprosy, if you come in contact with anyone who has leprosy, chances are that you will catch it. If you rub sweat to sweat with anyone who has leprosy, chances are that you will catch it. Therefore, it's important that you stay very far from lepers. And when the leprosy, when it strikes, there comes a time when it will remove your toes, your fingers, and the nose and the ears. It creates a lot of deformities in human beings. So it's a very dreadful, 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 dreadful disease. And these 10 lepers, they were suffering from this dreadful disease. And when they saw Jesus, they made their way to Jesus and said, Jesus, help us. Help us. We are isolated from the society. We are subject to ridicule. People stay away from us when we're coming. Our families will not even allow us to come closer because of what we are suffering from. Jesus, you are the only one that will be able to do this without condemning us. When was it that you have realized that Jesus is for you and not against you? Jesus is to heal and not to afflict. Jesus is to set free and not to bind. Jesus is to loose and not to tie. When was it that you have recognized him as the master, the savior of the world, the redeemer of the world, the master, the prince of peace, the counselor, the mighty warrior? When was it that you recognized him as the Son of God? These 10 lepers did. Jesus, help us. They cried out. Notice, there may be those who are unable to say thank you. Like these 10 lepers, when they confronted Jesus, Jesus said, be made whole. He told them, go, you are all right. Go and show yourself to the priest. On their way going, the leprosy left them. But notice, only one of them came back to say thank you to Jesus. He healed 10, and only one came back to say thank you to Jesus. Jesus said, were there not 10 of you that are healed? Where are the other 9? 10 of you came to me and I healed you, and only you alone came to give thanks. Where are the other 9? My friends, it goes back to what I said earlier, that etiquette says there are certain responses for certain situations. If you ask a favor, it is anticipated that you will preface your plea by the word please. If you make an error, you indicate your chagrin with the words excuse me. If you interrupt others, either in their conversation or in their activity, it is correct to say, pardon me. And if someone does something for you or to you or with you, it is appropriate to say, in response to their kindness, thank you. That is the lesson of etiquette. But these 10 lepers went, and only one came back to give thanks. And Jesus' question was, were you not 10 that are healed? Where are the other 9? So there may be those who are unable to say thank you. It's not in their vocabulary. They just have a hard time expressing thanks. But where I come from, if you can't say thank you, that's a reflection on your upbringing and your home training. You may not have any money, but you can have manners. You may be poor, but you can be polite. Everybody ought to learn to say thank you. There are some people, all they need from God is, give me God, give me house, give me car, give me this, and when they get it, they wave to God. Bye-bye, God, that's all we need. See you next year, Christmas time. Or we'll see you on the 31st of December when we are getting into New Year. Or see you, God, on Easter. Or we'll see you on Mother's Day. Or I'll see you, God, on Father's Day. I'll see you on Memorial Day. I'll see you on Veterans Day. I'll see you on Valentine's Day, God. Only when I need you, God, that's when I'll come. Oh, God, I forgot you are like a light switch. I switch you on when I want you, and I switch you off when I don't want you. But I want to let you know, my friends, if you are content with what you have, God is going to bless you with what you want. You just don't come to God and switch him on when you want a house. You don't come and switch him on when you want a car. I want you to know that you have to have the etiquette. You have to have that mind of saying thank you, God, even for the breath that you are breathing now, even for the life that you live now, knowing that every day is a gift from God. Some of you want to take, and they don't have even the ability to say thank you. Thank you. Where I come from, if you cannot say thank you, something is definitely wrong with you. All right, moving on. Paul was en route to Rome with a layover in Corinth when he wrote his first letter to the young church at Thessalonica. Paul was aware that the church at Thessalonica would have its ups and downs. It will have its risings and its fallings. In order that their faith might be well-founded, in order that their hope might be sustained, Paul sent them a letter about Christian etiquette. First of all, says Paul, see that none render evil for evil to any man. None render evil for evil to any man. And he goes on to say, I don't care what you say, you cannot live a Christian life on a payback philosophy. We cannot live a Christian life on a payback philosophy. Because we all have sinned and have fallen short of the glory of God. The sun shines on the just and the unjust. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. So we cannot live on a payback philosophy. You hit me, I hit you. Christ is a forgiving Christ. But I wanted to tell you that Paul said, in everything give thanks.